Bienvenidos and welcome to another episode of Spain on a Fork. Today we have a very exciting recipe as we're going to grab a small handful of the most basic ingredients and create a delicious dish. We're talking Spanish potato and tomato salad. This is known in Spain as una ensalada de patatas y tomates. Now the beauty of this salad is that you can enjoy it all year round at room temperature or even serve it chilled on a hot summer's day. Either way, this recipe is very easy to make. The salad is filled with honest and clean flavors and it's all done in about 30 minutes. Alright, let's begin by grabbing 2 medium-sized potatoes that have already been peeled, washed, and patted dry, and cutting each one into rounds that are 1 centimeter thick, which is a little over 1/4 inch. For this recipe, important to use potatoes that are a bit more waxy than starchy, as they hold their shape better when they're being boiled. I'm using new potatoes here, but you can also use Yukon Gold, Golden Delight, or even red potatoes. Then we'll add the sliced potatoes into a stock pot and fill it with some water, just enough to barely cover the potatoes. Then we'll season with a pinch of sea salt and heat it with a high heat. And we're going to boil the potatoes for about 15 minutes or until they're just cooked through. After about 15 minutes, the potatoes should be ready to go. You can always pierce them with a fork or a toothpick, and if it easily goes in there, but with a little resistance, they are ready. For this recipe, you want the potatoes to be a little al dente, that way they hold their shape. If you boil them too long, they're going to start to fall apart. At this point, I'm going to remove the potatoes from the pan and transfer them to a dish. And we're going to leave the potatoes to sit here at room temperature, that way they can slightly cool off. In the meantime, let's get the rest of the elements ready to put this salad together. I'm going to start by grabbing 2 large tomatoes that have already been washed and patted dry and cutting each one into rounds that are 1/4 inch thick, which is a little over 1/2 centimeter. For this recipe, I'm using tomatoes on the vine, but you can use whatever tomatoes you like. And for the final ingredient to prepare, we're going to make a very simple vinaigrette that takes this salad to the next level. I'm going to add in 3 cloves of garlic that I roughly chopped into a mortar, along with a 1/4 cup of chopped fresh parsley, which is 15 grams, and a pinch of sea salt. And we'll pound down on the ingredients until we form a paste-like texture. If you don't have a mortar and pestle, you can also use a food processor here, a handheld blender, or even a NutriBullet. Once we end up with a paste-like texture, I'm going to add in 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, which is 45 milliliters. For this recipe, so important to use a great olive oil as it's the base fat of the dish and what really flavors the entire salad. You'll find a link where you can get the Spanish one I'm using in the description box below. We'll also add in 1 tablespoon of sherry vinegar, which is 15 milliliters. You can use other vinegars here, but by using sherry is what gives this salad that beautiful lift of Spanish goodness. And we'll season with a kiss of sea salt and freshly cracked black pepper. And we'll give it a mix until everything's well mixed together. Alright, let's move back to the potatoes. Once they're cool enough to handle, let's start assembling our salad. I'm going to add the slices of potato into a serving dish, and you want to make sure they're all in a single layer. Then we'll add the slices of tomato over the potatoes, and we'll season everything with a kiss of sea salt and some freshly cracked black pepper. And for the final touch, we'll top off the salad with a homemade vinaigrette, making sure to evenly spread it around. And check it out, folks, our Spanish potato and tomato salad is done. Once again, known in Spain as una ensalada de patatas y tomate. So easy to make, beautiful presentation, and done in about 30 minutes. Let's give it a try and see how it turned out. As always, folks, now it's time for the moment of truth. Let's see how this beautiful salad turned out. Can't wait to try it. It's absolutely delicious. I just want to dive in there. Seriously, the combination of the potatoes, which are beautifully boiled as they kept their shape and didn't fall apart, with the tomatoes, so many great textures and flavors, and that homemade vinaigrette, taking this to the next level. You saw this easy to make, the simplest ingredients. Give it a try at home, serve it as a starter like they do in Spain, or even as a side dish. It works perfectly next to some fried eggs or even some fried fish. Either way, it is the kind of food that with each bite is gonna fill your body with so much goodness. Really quick before I go, a shout out to a couple of my patrons, Hollis Helmichi, Sam Cohen, Kent Anderson, Grace Swadith, and Amy Martinez. And guys, thank you so much for being patrons of Spain on a Fork. You know how much I appreciate you. If you enjoyed today's video, hit that like button, leave me a comment below, and if you're not subscribed, don't forget to smash that subscribe button and click on the bell icon. That way you can get notified every time I release new content and to become a part of the Spain on a Fork family. Till the next time, hasta luego.